Welcome to the Oddfrog Chop Shop, your one-stop podcast for all things toy, design, collectible, comic book, video game, movies, pop culture, and more. And now please welcome your hosts, Kelly Greenwood and Eddie Hermosillo.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Oddfrog Chop Shop. I'm Kelly. That's my best friend and business partner, Eddie Hermosillo. That's my other best friend, Mikey, our producer. Feel like we got a good show for you today, guys. We're going to talk a little bit about Comic-Con, some stuff we liked. We didn't actually go because we didn't have time to go down to San Diego this year, but we've been watching
the funds.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably more to the point. But, we always check it out. And just kind of want to show some stuff that we thought was interesting from there. And then, first of all, I want to talk about the Bandito a little bit and Action Vehicles and what we've decided as a team we're going to do over the next few months into the next year. So basically, we've kind of decided that there is no reason for us to stop taking pre-orders on the Bandito. Yeah, we're not where we want to be just yet. With pre-orders, but everybody that's come on board has been extremely faithful and stayed with us this whole time. And I feel like we don't want to pull back on the Bandito just yet. We've put 2 years of our life into this, and I don't want to pull back on it too soon, because what's happening right now is we're developing new products for the next year, for the beginning of the year that we really feel work in conjunction with the Bandito and will help drive sales of the Bandito. So, we're going to keep it open and we're going to start to kind of push it again. One of the big holdups has been that I dropped it when about a month after we got it, and it smashed to pieces. At least the top part did, because it was. Thanks, Mikey. I really needed that. But, the prototype is not the ABS plastic that the production model will come in. And I do want to remind everybody that the production model is produced. It's not 3D printed. I don't know how long that would take to produce 1,500 3D printed Banditos with 76 parts. So it's a production model. We have, manufacturing lined up in Guangdong, China. And we've got Johnny, our engineer in Hong Kong, ready to make design changes. So basically what's happening right now is we are rebuilding the shell of the Bandito. This is like our fourth one, guys. It's been a process to get it rebuilt. A couple of the issues have been that the first time we printed out the body, we had to split it because we don't have the same capabilities that Johnny has in Hong Kong. And the first time we split it, we weren't really thinking about how we were going to put it back together necessarily. So we split it on where the opening of the doors is. And that kind of created problems when we did put it back together with lining up the hinges and doors right. So what we've done now is we've got it on a bigger printer. We've got a much better system for rebuilding our body of the Bandito. That should be done in about a week, and once we have that, we're really back in business to bring it back on the show and start promoting it again. And we really feel that going into this next year, when we release the comic book, we have a motorcycle we're doing that we're going to show you a little bit of here in a minute. And we have a couple action figures that are currently in development right now, guys. So we're just going to wait. And, we've gotten orders on Shopify, which kind of blows my mind. We have quite a few orders on Shopify. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a thing. I forget who suggested it. One of you guys out there suggested it first. And, thanks for that. That's been a great thing. But what we really want to do is get it to distribution. So right now we put in the finishing touches on our press kit, which is going to go out to distributors, specifically one in general. I want to talk to see if we can't work out some kind of exclusive deal or something like that. So all these things are coming together, and we just don't think it's time to pull back on a project that we've put 2 years of our life into. and is part of the world we're creating. Bandito is going to be in the second issue of the comic book. The van's going to be in it. The bike's going to be in it. Our characters are going to be in it. Everything's going into the same kind of world. And, we're going to be starting to reveal more and more of that as we go along here. But the reason you haven't heard from us so much on social media lately is that we've just got our noses to the grindstone, guys. We're just working hard every day, kind of developing this product line we've got coming out for the next year that will help support the Bandito. So, a couple people have asked for their money back and it's been given back to them. There's about 20 of you that have pre-purchased the Bandito with actual money. And that's sitting in our PayPal account. If anybody ever does want their money back, we're happy to get it back to you. We're keeping it there because, frankly, we need every single dime to go to the Bandito. And it's not our money. It's your money. So, I just want to make that clear because we are going to keep the Bandito open. We're going to continue to push it. And we're going to kind of double down on our efforts to start reintroducing advertisements again for it and put a little more into the budget because we've got some funds coming in and stuff like that towards it, like around the end of September. So that's my spiel about the Bandito and the future of action vehicles as it starts to move forward into the next year. So yeah, that's where we're going with that. And then, Eddie, did you have anything you wanted to say about that?
No, I mean, yeah, definitely the Bandito is not something we're giving up on, like you mentioned. A lot of time and effort has been put into it. But like you said, it's something that we will continue to work on and pursue. But, bringing out other smaller ticket items was probably a better avenue, a better route of doing things in the beginning. Maybe just the comic figures, going for big ticket items and, swinging for the fences on your first product is something that, not everybody does. I don't know. I guess us as a small group of individuals with big hopes and dreams, we just was trying to compete with the big dogs. And like I kept saying, trying to make a ripple in the industry. But, if you really think about that, a ripple starts small. If you're coming in with big ticket items, that's just like trying to come in with a big splash. Yeah, if I would have took my own words, started with a ripple, who knows? But hey, we learned, and yeah, Kelly's almost done with the comic. He's inked close to 64 pages, so it's more of a graphic novel now. So now penciled, inked, yeah. penciled in. Yeah, okay. So
there's a couple. I think I have 9 inked pages, but I decided at one point just to I'm just gonna
knock it out first. Yeah,
exactly. Get the story done, get all the elements in there, get the kind of composition of the book laid out, and then I'm going to go back and ink it. But yeah,
for sure. Ahead. So yeah, as we begin to now really work and develop our own IP as a company, I think that's something not being done by everybody. People try to create things that have been done, and they put their spin on it, but coming out with your own IP and just starting off that way, I think the way Mezco kind of did it is pretty cool. If you come up with some top tier, top line quality products, and then then you get those licensees, or whoever come knocking at your door trying to have you produce. Maybe they'll have us produce vehicles. That's the ultimate goal, to just have our name be I guess known. But hey, like I said, it starts with a ripple. So we'll start with the pages of these comics, and bring those to life with figures and more merch, and take a different stab at it again.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other thing that's going on exciting here in sunny Southern California, or was going on, was the world famous San Diego Comic-Con. I've been a couple times. Eddie, have you been to Comic-Con?
I have not yet. I plan to go within at least the next one after that, start going, hopefully,
Yeah, I got to go with Mattel when I was there. Really fun you get to go with a company
big
like
companies,
that.
Bro. Absolutely, bro.
You feel a part
especially
of the
when they're
thing
footing the bill.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you're there representing Mattel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was cool. It was really, really cool. really hot. Oh my gosh, it was so hot.
Yeah, summer in San Diego.
Yeah. And then the first time I went, my uncle, Buzz, our member of our team, took me to a silent member of our team, a backer, took me to Comic-Con in 1991. And it was so amazing because like Image was just starting to come out. And I remember they had like a big statue of the Violator from Spawn. And Vampirilla was there. And the other cool thing,
I bet she was.
The other cool thing was they had this silly comic book called Crash Test Dummies back in the.
I remember that, yeah. I remember the cartoons.
Yeah, they had cartoons. Well, they were trying to do this comic book, and I think it got to.
Was that Image? Who was that? Let's look that up right quick.
Yeah, look it up. I don't think so. But we're at Comic-Con, and you know, I've got my portfolio. I'm walking around trying to show people drawings and stuff. And we walk up, and here's whoever the company was that was doing the Crash Test Dummies comic book had their booth there. And
Harvey Comics.
Oh yeah, Harvey Comics. Okay, wow. I didn't even know they were like around back then. I guess interesting. But everybody that kind of, you could stand in line and go up, and everybody was going to be able to draw a snowflake on the 4th edition of the Crash Test Dummies, which was supposed to come out like, I guess around Christmas or whatever. So I got to draw a snowflake on there. They canceled the book one book before that one came out. So I never got my published snowflake on there.
Yeah, they came out in 93.
Yeah.
Did about only 3 issues.
Yep, 3 issues. I was
wasn't there a cartoon for a little bit?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I remember the cartoons.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. I remember, I think there were even some figures, you know?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It all started from the commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it just goes to
show there's some newer ones.
Anything, an entertainment piece, as long as there's a story behind it, you know? Yep.
Yeah, there you go, see? And yeah, you would push the buttons and the limbs popped off.
That's great.
And look, they go for like $60. Tycho made them.
Dang. Tycho. Interesting.
Yeah, see, these is what I remember. I remember the cartoons and some of these figures. These are like the newer kind of looking ones. These are pretty cool.
Those almost look like iRobot.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are like the higher end. Yeah, these are cool. See, yeah, I remember that. That was cool, man. Memories.
Yeah, it's funny because at San Diego Comic-Con, you know, I was walking around trying.
91. I was 6 years old, man.
Wow, I was like, I was probably 15.
And 15 out of Comic-Con.
I was walking around getting my book signed, and for whatever reason, I ran into Mark Silvestri like 5 or 6 times that day. So many times. And he was the nicest guy. Every time I bumped into him, I just had him. I like picked up posters throughout the day. He'd sign those because I bumped into him again. And then like towards the end of the day, there we are in some weird offshoot hallway of the convention center. And here comes
there's Mark
Silvestri
again.
And his brother down and I'm like, I got nothing left for you to sign. And he's like, I'll sign your hat. Because I had an Angels hat on, California Angels hat on. And so I'm like, all right. And I took it off. And I mean, I probably still have it around here somewhere. But yeah, really cool guy.
Yeah, his art was pretty, some cool stuff, man. He pulled out a lot of cool stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There were times, you know, it was like him, Jim Lee, and Wilch Portasio kind of all had the similar style. And, you know, my favorites would just always kind of, one would be my favorite, then the other would be my favorite. And yeah.
So you guys saw the McFarlane Batman collection that was released at Comic-Con?
Yeah,
the McFarlane, the Batman set looks pretty dope. His McFarlane, he's, you know what I was impressed by? I think, you know, he just...
Oh, wait, let Kelly say it. How do you pronounce it, Kel?
McFarlane.
That's
just how I've always said it.
Todd McFarlane. Yeah, I see how he started, incorporating soft goods. That's a step above. It's a piece of cloth, but it goes a long way. But yeah, I mean,
These look really good, though.
Yeah, they do.
they look good as statues usually. I mean, they do. The paint apps, once I've seen customizers, they get their hands on them, and once they actually put the time and the paint apps, I mean, the sculpt on these, the details, I mean, I mean, by far, wow, dude, wow.
This one is the only one I don't think looks like. I really don't think this looks like Keaton very much. Maybe
I feel like he looks like Barack Obama as Batman, kind of, doesn't he?
What we need to do
Yeah.
is stop the Joker.
That's pretty good, Mikey.
We'll put him in the hospital, and he'll have healthcare forever.
That's pretty good. This
Now,
one I
see,
really
this
like.
looks like Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
This definitely looks like Val Kilmer.
Yeah,
really
I like
good.
that one, and I like
Batman
the,
Returns, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it Batman Returns? Probably. I forget.
Oh no, Batman Forever.
Oh, yeah,
Batman
with the
Returns, no, Batman Returns was still Keaton.
Yeah.
Yeah, Batman Forever.
There was
And then
actually
I recognize those
Robin.
nipples anywhere. I recognize those nipples anywhere.
my least favorite Batman.
Looks
I
like
guess
it looks
it's-
cool though. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Clooney's
actually looks
least
better
favorite
than he does in the movie. I think.
Yeah,
Right.
she looks good.
I don't know about that symbol though.
Yeah.
The Robin on there, yeah.
No.
And then the Batman.
Yeah, and this one looks really, really good. I think the likeness is like totally on point. It's not my favorite Batman movie either. I know I'll probably get a lot of flack out there for that. I was just talking with a colleague at Otis. He really liked it, and I'm like, oh my god, I hated it. I thought it was like Twilight with bad ears, and he had a friend that felt the same way, I guess.
Well,
It was all right.
My whole thing with the
Yeah,
most
it was
recent
all
one was I thought that the cinematography was beautiful.
Okay, look,
Like,
one thing.
yeah.
Go.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
They really captured Gotham. I think they really captured Gotham.
The dark,
But
the grime, the
story
gritty.
was like,
Yeah.
Come
The
on,
colors
let's
were
get
cool.
This story moving. Yeah, exactly. But the story was like, come on, man, let's get it moving here.
You know, I won't lie. I probably dozed off like once or twice
Yeah.
during the movie for like a minute or two. You know,
Yep.
I was watching it
mean-
with my son, and then next thing I know, I'm like, bloop. Oh, how long was that? I think that was like 30 seconds. I passed out there for like 30 seconds.
The beginning I thought was like awesome. It was totally on point. And then it just lost me when it's like these long drawn out shots of pretty Batman, and I'm like, oh my god, like
I mean, had he not done Twilight, though, you think you'd feel the same? I would say no. You know what I'm saying? Had he not
probably
been,
not. It was a little
you know,
too
like-
close, you know, yeah.
right,
I mean,
you know,
yeah,
had he not
probably
done that whole role, but, you know, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. But
It's
but he
hard to
did.
separate
And it's
that.
just like it was hard,
Exactly,
you know,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
It's hard to separate, you know, that vampire from fucking
Yeah.
Batman, that girly guy from, like, from the man over here, the Batman.
So
like,
you're a vampire. So when you go into the sunlight, do you burst into flames? No, I sparkle.
like, twinkle, like glitter, like a fucking star. You know what I'm saying? Like a glitter star, a silver star. You know. Anywho,
No, but those figures. I guess the 6-pack goes for 119.
yeah. Speaking about packs, McFarlane did good. Mezco Toys. You know, they re-revealed their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I'm a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Their 4-pack,
Absolutely.
and they also had a drop this past weekend for a Casey Jones figure.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Ooh,
So, let me
one of
show
my
you guys that.
favorites.
Yeah, Casey Jones. Oh my
If an
god,
old
dude.
school
Imagine
Casey
his weapons
Jones.
pack. They got to have that whole golf bag full of different weapons.
So, yeah, they only showed one picture, I think. But so I think as soon as this was shown, and then they also showed, you know, certain influencers get to go and, you know, help set up booths, and, you know, there's this one in particular who helps Mezco, and he helped set theirs up, and they reset up the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 4-pack they're coming out with,
Oh, that is
Which-
awesome.
Ooh.
which caused this one here, which caused the buzz and caused them to be sold out on just about every other pre-order site. they also revealed the mask. But look, this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 4-pack they're coming out with.
Telling me what you're doing with my little green pal over there?
The mask.
Those look amazing.
These, dude, I'm telling you, they have like soft, good, like leather parts.
Yeah.
I need to see the shots from the Instagram. I'll show you in a minute. But yeah,
I don't know. Did you guys hear that in the new? I don't know if it's a series. I think it's a series that they're not gonna be practicing ninjutsu.
I did not hear that.
I heard that on the internet, so it must be true. But
a new series being produced by who?
I don't know.
I mean, the license. I don't know.
Was it either a new series or a new movie? I know that I thought it was a Netflix thing that they're working on.
I saw a Netflix poster going around that was like AI generated. That wasn't real.
Okay.
That was like it was the original where they were all red mask version. The
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah. But yeah, these images in hand.
Mutant Mayhem is coming out.
Mutant Mayhem, that looks pretty cool. I wouldn't mind taking a gander at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've always been. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles.
No, me neither.
I felt like you tried to make Transformers into Ninja Turtles. I mean, that's just kind of what it felt like. Like they were huge.
Yeah.
It's tough because how do you not make a movie like that work with the amazing acting abilities of Megan Fox? I mean,
True. It's hard to surround her amazing acting ability with other actors that'll even CGI.
Yeah, it wasn't my cup of tea, but there was parts of it I thought were really, really cool. I mean, I thought the designs of the turtles were cool, but like they were way too big. The turtles are supposed to be small.
They're supposed to be like 5 feet. Yeah. They got to go back with that old version, the Jim Henson, the Muppet version, the suits, man.
Let's bring it back to the original. Like,
I mean, why not? Like, how far has latex and all that shit advanced from 90s and the late 80s? You can't even tell people are wearing masks nowadays. Imagine if they just made those exact same like suits, but just more realistic, dude. It would.
You could do like some light CGI on it on parts of the face.
Just very. Just what I'm saying.
Maybe. I don't even think you need to.
They do it now. Like they do deep fakes. If you do like a deep fake, you know what I'm saying? You can't even. It's the next level. I don't understand why the franchise hasn't gone that way. Whoever has a license, why a nice reboot with a cool, just simple story again with a gritty look like that. It would. I mean, I'd be there 2-3 times.
They could even make it rated R, and they would make money off of it.
Hey, it would be full of adult babysitters. Would be making money that weekend too, like all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm so down for that.
Movie industry. Once you guys are off strike, let's do it.
And then
Oddfrog Entertainment. We gotta get that license and make some gritty shit, dude.
Yeah, well, I think the comic book will be. A great launching pad for our characters in our world, and really, as soon as I get inking done, I'm gonna Eddie and I have talked a lot about the second issue actually because Jones Bones' origin is gonna be in there. His second origin, I guess, because like we're gonna murder him, and then he comes back to life. But what we're going to have is this 64-page graphic novel is issue number 1 so that we really give you something you can sink your teeth into as far as story. Guys, I've had this story for like probably 6 years. I wrote it when I was in college.
Speaking of Jones Bones.
And I haven't changed it much. I did add a couple of things to make it a little more dynamic and exciting. And but it's a good story, or I think it's a good story. And anyone I've shared it with thinks it's a good action adventure is what it is, really. And but it's a vehicle for us to create our world. It's got a lot of elements in it that are from pop culture past. You could say there's elements of 2001. You could say there's elements of Ninja Turtles. You could say Spider-Man. All sorts of stuff. Akira. I mean, there's lots of just all these pop culture comic book things I loved growing up and reading as a kid, it just came naturally to kind of have all these elements come together in it. So I wasn't trying to do all that stuff. It's just like looking back as I read
That
it.
work,
And, yeah, it's just all these things I love and stuff. So, but yeah, okay. So what I want to do is have this first 64-page issue, and then I just want to dive into having 22, 24-page issues like a regular comic book, so that I can pump it out. Maybe
I think that's a good way. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like you start off with like a quick movie, and then you come out with like episodes. Boom, 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 boom.
Exactly. And I don't want people to have to wait a whole year to get the next book either and continue that saga. I'd like to be launching all these products next year. Yeah,
man. 3D printing, paint. I'm ready to get working again, bro. It's been a minute. I know. I felt like I've been MIA for a bit, and I know I have been trying to get shit together, but
it's called working.
It's called living. I know.
Young family. You have 3 young kids. It's different. My daughter's 18. She's got a job.
Self-sufficient, almost. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. But what's great that happened is I got the position at the college where I can basically work on our stuff and develop our products.
And that's what I was bringing. That was kind of what's bringing me to one of my next things. Like, the fact that we have all these, all this equipment and, we have access to 3D printers, guys, all kinds of stuff. We're trying to start with small things, big things. My son is big into Halloween and doing DIY and creating his own costumes. Right now, he's really big into Call of Duty. So, Jones Bones kind of brings me back. If you guys know Call of Duty, Ghost, oh, look, kind of the skull guy. So Kelly the other day printed out a Ghost. It's like a Ghost is one of the main characters. I think his name's Pat Riley. So he has this like skull mask that goes over this, what is it, a baklava? Baklava. And so he has this mask, right? So my son wanted one painted for Halloween. So Kelly 3D printed one. I picked it up maybe last week sometime. And then my son literally sanded it, and he bonded some pieces. He added details. He did all kinds of stuff. So I just wanted to show this off. So he just turned 14. And check it out. Like,
wow,
nice,
dang.
Like he did like the weathering. Like this was all. What was it? Was it black when you printed it? Right? Wasn't it all like a black plastic?
Black.
A black ABS.
PVA.
Yeah. PLA.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
I forget PVA or PLA that's the support, and but one of those.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was so impressed. Like, I'm ready for him to start like painting our prototypes, bro. Like, this kid is next level. He has like, I don't know, man. I'm ready to bring him on board, paint prototypes.
Yeah, Buzz said the same thing. He's like, we gotta get.
He's the one that made a bunch of our promo stuff. Yeah, the Bandito photos. He can go on photo, like he can knock stuff out quick. Like, yeah. It took us years to learn this stuff, but us knowing like what I know, and I can just tell him go da da da, and then they pick it up so much faster, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Well, it's like we used to program our parents' VCRs, so it's the same.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Or when they first started getting computers, our parents were like, "How do you do this? How do you do that?" And then now our kids are like,
"You're really good." Like,
yeah, you're good at pushing that button and making that computer screen turn on. Like, yeah. Now it's like, they get on Photoshop and they put out a whole promo image in 30 minutes with effects and flames, and like your daughter did that, that Chop Shop logo it looked like it had lights and neon lights. That was cool, man. It's like crazy.
Oh my God, she taught herself Blender. I mean, she's amazing. Yeah,
I have Blender on my desktop here. We got to get on Unreal Engine, Blender, ZBrush, Rhino. It's all. I mean, I got to get back to work, man.
Yeah, I've been working a lot in Rhino and a lot in ZBrush. And Eddie, when the semester I graduated, right after that is when Eddie got in and they started teaching ZBrush at Otis.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh man, I really wanted to learn ZBrush. But now I'm back at Otis, and I'm working
teaching
at it
yourself
like every
ZBrush.
day, teaching myself. Yeah. And I'm basically learning from your teacher, Eddie, because I'm watching all his tutorials.
His videos on, he has on, yeah.
Yeah.
His videos that he posted on.
Go ahead.
On like Linda or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
he has a couple of them, but he had on Linlin Learning or whatever. Like, yeah, I mean, it's cool, dude. Like I mean, there's so much you can learn from free anywhere. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and like what I would say is Eddie and I actually met in a sculpture class almost 10 years ago now. And you know, so we've always been sculptors and worked with 3D. But you know, there's all these different programs you can use to do it, and you know, I'm building our action figure in ZBrush as I'm teaching myself, but it's like, you know, the skills to sculpt are there. It's just I'm learning all the technical stuff about articulation, you know, obviously
how to apply joints and the spacing and
booleans and joints and stuff like that.
Yeah, the gaps, yeah.
But the character's actually fairly done. I mean, now is kind of the fun part where I get to add detail and stuff like that. So the school's actually, I'm going to check out a Wacom tablet, Eddie, so I can work with a pen at school. And then you just keep on to our copy of ZBrush for now. And yeah, we'll get Jones Bones, we'll get Oddfrog going. And then I have another character I'm working on that I think we're going to try to get out as a line of 3 action figures for first quarter of next year. And speaking of which, we want to show something that we have been working on. We've basically been commissioned by one of our friends on Instagram, Big Fella. I think it's Big Fella 9. I don't have my phone right with me, guys, but Big Fella asked us if we would do him a, let's say, Ghost Rider-ish style motorcycle. You know, obviously we can't brand it with anything like that, but we can certainly build him a custom. And
we'll say Ghost Rider influenced.
yeah. But he's been really great, allowing us to kind of share what we've been working on. And I also want to give a shout out to Deadman 1 right now too, because he's been we've been chatting back a little bit forth about motorcycles and design of motorcycles. Because guys, I'm not really a motorcycle guy. I grew up riding dirt bikes, so and Deadman knows about this stuff. So I'm just I'm sending stuff over to him, and I'm like, hey, does this look better than the last one? You know. And so I think we're on the right path with this one. I had to go in and I had to learn about different bike frames and bike styles and different bike parts and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I mean, this is one we're doing for Big Fella. And we've worked out a thing. You know, when you do a prototype, guys, they're really expensive. It's time, it's materials, it's everything that goes into it. But we've worked out a deal with Big Fella where we're really keeping the cost down so that we can incorporate parts of this bike into the action vehicles thing we want to do. No one's going to get one like this, but except for Big Fella, because this is his custom we're doing for him. But we want to show you, you know, kind of the direction we're going with our action vehicle line as far as choppers. Mikey, you want to bring that up for us?
So kind of to reiterate, this is just it would be like a similar frame, guys, but the parts that he's getting that will be swappable will probably only be one of a kind, like maybe the handlebar, some of the wheels, the gas tank, maybe a particular engine that has his initial, a specific design. This is just to get something out to show stuff that, you know, we are capable of producing things, but, you know, at a, I guess, high degree of quality, or, you know, specific, you know, just as a company, we're able to produce what a client wants, in a sense, you know.
Follow the design criteria, basically.
Yeah,
exactly.
There you go.
Exactly right, Eddie. And then the
design
other thing
criteria
is this is a work in progress, so it's not done yet. There's many hours left to go into this thing. At this point, when you see it, basically all the parts will work, all the working parts, mechanisms, the wheels, the handlebars. We're putting a couple little Easter egg things in there, and that's all I really want to say about the details. But what we'll do, Mikey, is we'll play the little teaser real quick, and then we'll show the picture, and we can talk about it a little bit.
Okay, here we go.
so there you go, guys. That gives you an idea of one of the products that we're working on going into. That's probably going to be done, around the end of September, something like that. So, and we'll get that to him, and hopefully he can start, taking pictures or doing whatever he wants to do with it. And then basically all it is from there is once we see what you're looking at right here is I've created a compartment where the engine is that allows us, and I don't want to say too much about it, but it allows us to be able to swap out like different engines, different tanks, different seats, and different forks. So, that's the real kind of trick to designing something like this is forward thinking about what you want to do with it later. So yeah, that's what we got going on, guys. That's our chopper design that we're working on right now for Big Fella. And again, Big Fella, thank you for letting us show the design right now. We got action figures that I don't really want to show right now, even though I desperately want to show. And I might have to send pics to Axion Figs, because if I send pics to Axion, then I'm like, okay, I showed somebody. Okay, cool. So, speaking of which, you still have a toy here, Eddie, from Axion Figs, but I want.
Oh yeah, that package you said. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see through the bubble, and it's kind of right up our alley, actually, for what we're doing with Oddfrog and Battle Odds and stuff. So,
we should open it then.
You want me to open it?
Go for it, bro.
All right, we got a surprise unboxing from our dear friend Axion Figs. Guys, follow Axion Figs. He's,
AKA Action Figs.
It's Action Figs. You guys know I talk funny. I don't know why I do. So there's a nice little letter in here from him to you, Eddie, that I'm going to keep for you. And,
sounds good.
Oh, dude, what? This is not what I was expecting. Yeah, the back does not show what's in the front. Okay, so I could kind of see through the bubble tape, and this is what I saw on the back, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of like Battle Odds.
That's
like
the figure, no?
Working on. This is not the figure. Check this out. Boom! It's like a werewolf dude or something.
Hold it up closer to the camera.
It's blurry. I can't see. Okay. Yeah, it's blurry. I cannot. Okay. What is it? Beast Kingdoms? On the bottom.
Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. This is pretty bitchin'. He's like
I think that's a new brand. I think it was just recently funded, bro. Sparrow Toys. Yeah, I know what it is. Yeah. Okay. Which one is it? The wolf?
Unique AWOC character by combining the ancients. Base figures with numerous weapons. Oh, yeah, and he sent weapons and stuff, too.
No way, dude.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
That's rad.
That's the kind of shit. Yeah, see, that's what we're... Yeah, okay. It's like a unique body. It's different. Accessory. It's basically exactly what we... Yeah. It's a wolf character?
He looks like a wolf.
I don't see that in their lineup. Are you sure? It's not because they're all apes. They're supposed to be like apes, and then there's some felines.
He's like, oh, okay, maybe he's a feline. Because look at his ears. I don't know if you can see his ears. They're like.
He's probably a cat. Oh yeah, okay, I see it. Yeah, okay, I know which one it is. I see it. It's
that was really nice.
It's Ash. That's dope.
Yeah, this is cool. Thank you, Axion.
Yeah, that shit is tight. Thanks, bro.
We'll keep the note for you, Eddie, and I got it all right here.
Yeah,
brother.
that shit is cool.
That's cool. Now I have to sit here and stare at it and not pull it out of the box. So, yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a Maine Coon. It looks like a Maine Coon, bro.
Yeah, he does actually. He does.
Yeah.
That's like if Stephen.
That shit is dope, man.
Cool.
If what?
If Stephen King's Sleepwalkers was actually cool.
Yeah, that shit is dope. Sparrow Toys. I knew exactly when I saw that king. I knew what it was.
Yeah, I like the box too.
Yeah, see,
nice
cool little simple box art. Yeah.
Yep. I love window packaging, guys. That's what we're going to do. None of this kind of hide your toys behind the box stuff. Yeah,
Thanks again, Action Figs.
Man, and it's a nice fig too.
Yeah, I see. I'm looking at it. This shit is dope. I like it.
Cool detail on the feet. I always like that because I have like obnoxiously giant feet, so I like characters with big feet. The Max made me comfortable with my size 14s.
It's a wave 2.
Okay. Were they a Kickstarter?
I think it started as a Kickstarter, and it was successful.
That's awesome.
Just like we talked about, what's this space?
Yeah.
Unparalleled Universe again.
Yeah. What was that guy's name? The character?
Odious.
Yeah. Yep, got funded,
Odious.
guys. Independent, got funded. How cool is that? I mean, yeah.
It can be done. We'll do it. We just gotta start a little smaller and make that ripple. We'll make that ripple.
Yeah, we got our nice product
what's
out
nice
there.
is that.
Yeah.
Well, what's nice is that, I mean, yeah, we'll start smaller, but we already have the bigger things ready to go in the wings.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a chunk of sales out of the way, as long as we can.
Or we know we're able to, Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Well, all right, guys.
Yeah.
I think that's going to wrap it up for today's Chop Shop. Thanks for being with us. Guys, like and subscribe. It helps us out a lot. We're going to be putting more content out there.
Content
out there in the next few weeks and stuff. So
Potato.
please like and subscribe. Much love, guys. Thanks for being with us. Action Figs, always awesome, brother. Thank you so much. And
Appreciate that.
Yeah, and we'll look forward to talking to you on the next one, guys. So thanks for being with us.
Enjoy the weekend.
Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time.
Ciao.
Thank you for tuning in to the Oddfrog Chop Shop podcast. This episode is brought to you by MLCVoice.com and OddFrogEntertainment.com. Theme music is Burlesque Heartache by RKVC. Please remember to rate and subscribe. Until next time, keep creating and keep playing.